Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. If you're not, welcome back y'all. So as you see in my title, I'm gonna give you guys 20 things you should know while you're looking for apartments if this is your first time. Okay y'all, so number one, I will have a job waiting for me before I get out here, okay? Because the job market, really in any state, but the job market can be a little tricky when you're trying to find a new job and you're getting used to being in a new environment, and it can be a little, overwhelming. So you definitely want to make sure that the financial part of for like the future, you got rent coming up, so you're able to pay for it. You want to make sure all that is taken care of. I hope that makes sense. And continuing on with the finances, it's really good to make sure you have a savings and a rainy day fund. I know you like, girl, in this economy, I understand. But even if it's as little as putting 25 here, 40 here, and just making sure you have stuff to like lean on just in case stuff get crazy. Okay, y'all, so number 3, maps is going to be your best friend. You're not going to know where you're going, so just have patience with yourself and just know you're going to have to look everything up down to the straws, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to go to events alone. I know it can be a little weird at first, but as you start to do it more often, you're going to get more comfortable. And then even if you're not a people person, you will find yourself like just attracting those type of people, because like I'll be sitting at the bar, or I'll just find me a table off to the side, and then like some girls will be next to me, and stuff just happen organically. But even if you don't end up like meeting up with somebody or finding somebody to meet with, just enjoy the experience, and then I feel like you will move up to that. But you don't want to wait until like you find your group of friends, or no, just start now, and then eventually you'll find them along the way. Now, when it's time to come and make friends, I don't know why this is sticking up like this, but when it's time to come and make friends, baby, be careful. Of course, be hesitant. It's a lot of plotting going on these days. Just be aware, be cautious, be smart, make sure you're watching your cues. But don't be afraid. I'm not saying this to scare you. Don't be afraid to go out, but just be cautious. Now, most states when you move, even if you're in a state you're in, might require renter insurance. So it's not just rent, electric, water. Sometimes water is already in the rent bill, but be ready to look for renter's insurance because a lot of states require them. I would say pick a place that's near the main stores, even if you have a car, because you never know what's going to happen. You always want to make sure you're near like a grocery store, a laundromat, and just like basic necessities, just in case if you come out here with no car, you want to make sure that you can get there by bus, and then just in case your car, something happens to your car, you still want to make sure it's easily accessible. And that's why when you're finding your apartment, you definitely want to think about these things, because you just never know what's going to happen, and you always want stuff near you. Plan a weekend visit and explore the city. Visit apartments and pictures. Yes. So before, just say you want to move out of state, right? I will plan a weekend trip to come out here, and I will literally walk around, get a feel, go into the stores. If you want to get on a train, just to get the experience. Like, you really want to see, do you see yourself really living here? Because it's one thing to visit and be, oh, this is so lit, but is this a place that you really feel like you want to stay at? That's important. So I will pick it. I will really do it twice, but one time is cool if you can do it twice. But you definitely want to come out and just, you know, talk to the neighbors, you know, because they'll tell you what's what. Because when I was going apartment hunting, some people were like, nah, you do not want to come here. It look cute, but no, you do not want to do this. And then others would be, oh, this is a good place. I had no problem so far. You know, they will tell you for sure. So of items you really don't need anymore and have a good foundation to start on. So yes, if you're moving to another apartment or moving to another state, get rid of that stuff that you don't need. You don't want to bring on extra stuff. It's unnecessary, especially when you know you ain't wore that shirt in years, or it's just stuff like hanging around your house that you know you need to get rid of. Move with a fresh start. Now, I ain't saying throw everything away. That's not what I'm saying. But stuff that you know you do not need, go ahead and let that stuff go. Make sure that you're getting your mail or changing your address 2 weeks in advance, because it's going to take a little time. And one thing you don't want to play with is your mail. So go ahead and get that together 2 weeks before. It's real quick and easy, simple steps. It's not hard to do. Also, if you're bringing a car here, you want to get that registration, get the cost, how many days you have till you move here. You want to get all that organized before. So again, you're not just too overwhelmed. You already know your dates. You know what days you're going to go there. You want to have all that set up. I would say when you move, you definitely need a good support system. If you don't have one, then I will go ahead and create one because that's very important. So if you're doing this by yourself, I would suggest shipping your clothes over if you're not driving. Now, if you're not driving, you're gonna be saving yourself a whole lot of money. I would suggest drive if it's not too far. But if you can drive, I would go ahead and ship the clothes over. Pack yourself at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks of clothes until your clothes come, and then go from there. So I will also study the state and research the state as well. I mean, you're really not going to know until you get there, of course, but just so you aware of certain things that go on. Kobe, come here. Come here. Kobe. I know he hit me. Now, what was I talking about? Lost my, there you go. Kobe, stop all the barking. You always interrupting my videos. Yeah, have a seat. Thank you. Study in the state. There we go. So yes, you want to make sure you know what kind of situation you're getting yourself in, what type of town you're getting yourself in. So make sure you try to do a little something so you're somewhat familiar of what you're getting yourself into. Now, if you are a registered voter, go ahead and register when you get there. Politics, I have my own opinion on that. I'm not going to go too far because that's not what this video is for. But I will say, go ahead and vote if you're a voter. I'm just leave it there. So one thing I will say, if you can, try to gain relationships before you get here. And I know you're like, well, if I'm out of town, how can I do that? So Facebook is really good when it comes to groups. They had a moving from here to Texas type of group, and I joined it, and that's how I met the two people, like the first two people I met here. I met through that group, and we went out, had a good time, cool people. So yeah, I would suggest to try that. Be cautious because it is Facebook, so you don't know who you want to meet up. Make sure it's at a public place where a lot of people are there. And yeah, that's what I would say for the meetup. Just make sure it's where a whole lot of people, because baby, I don't want to get you set up. I don't want to get you set up. So that's what I mean by be careful and be smart. So I would have all records as far as like hospital, rental, health, all that stuff, car insurance. I would have it in literally one folder, because it's going to be a lot of moving parts when you move and you want all your stuff organized. So get a binder with a little tabs if you need to, if you got the time, but make sure all your documents are in one place so you're not looking for it, because that can be a lot if you got a lot of stuff going on already with clothes and furniture and stuff like that. Now, let's say you finally made it to the moving stage. You got here, you got all your stuff, and you're looking at your apartment and you're like, where do I start? Take your time. Don't think you got to get everything done in one day. I mean, if you do room by room, room a day, don't rush. And if you have no furniture, that's cool. Like, get yourself an air mattress, get yourself 2 pillows or a pillow, a comforter, and wing it out till you can. I mean, getting an apartment, moving into an apartment is a big deal. So give yourself grace and take your time to get all the stuff you need. You don't need to get everything at once. Now, if you can, look up moving rental rates. You might find some affordable ones that's not too expensive, because moving can be a lot. It is a workout, full body CrossFit, the whole 9 yards. So if you can get some help, I would look into that. Last but not least, give yourself a break and congratulations. It's a big deal. It's not easy to move. So like I always keep saying throughout the video, just have patience with yourself. Take your time when you're bringing things in, and just take it day by day. If y'all want to know anything else I've learned on my moving trips, or if y'all have anything else y'all want me to tell y'all, drop it in the comments below. Thank y'all for watching my video. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe. My old people, welcome back, and see y'all later.